Hello everyone, this is part 2 of how I lost 55 pounds within 3 months. If this is your first time or you've not watched the part 1 of this video, I will advise you or encourage you to do so. It would be very untruthful of me not to mention the other things I did alongside the keto diet that got me to this stage today. These things I'm still applying them, I'm still doing them alongside keto diet. So they work hand in hand with my journey so far in my ketogenic diet or keto diet. These things, there are two major things that I actually or I'm doing alongside the keto diet. These two things are fasting and exercising. They go hand in hand with my ketogenic diet. But for this video, I will be discussing on the fasting aspect. How fasting relates to keto diet when it comes to really losing the weight. Studies have shown that for ketogenic diet or keto diet to be most effective, it works hand in hand with fasting. And the type of fasting we're talking about is known as intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is the fasting or is the eating pattern that allows one to eat during an 8 hours window and fast for 16 hours. And these 16 hours include our sleeping hours. When it comes to fasting, to me it is very easy because already I'm used to fasting. Not fasting for dieting, but fasting for religion purpose or spiritual purpose, which the other for spiritual purpose was for 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. But it wasn't a lifestyle, something that I do every day. With intermittent fasting, it is every day, and it is lifestyle. It is a lifestyle. As for me, it is a lifestyle. During this fasting period, no food is allowed, but you can drink water, coffee, tea, or take other non-calorie or very low calorie beverages. How then does intermittent fasting and keto diet, how do they work together? What is the principle behind the fasting and ketogenic diet or keto diet? I will start by saying keto diet has a great effect or impact on two important hormones in our body. And these two important hormones are the human growth hormones, which I will refer to as HGH, and insulin. While intermittent fasting mobilizes the effect of keto diet on these two hormones by balancing the levels of these hormones. Already we know that ketogenic diet uses high fat to produce energy. For this fat to be broken down into energy, it needs the help of the fasting period to initiate the breaking down of fat that is stored in our body for energy. Let's go back to these two important hormones in our body: the human growth hormones and insulin. The human growth hormones, HGH, is produced by the pituitary glands in the body. And this hormone is known to play important part or important role in growth, in the body composition, in cells repair. It is also known to prevent aging and makes us look good, younger and leaner. It also plays a significant role in our metabolism. It increases our muscles mass and strength. It also functions in our cells repair, in our injury, making sure that injuries in the body is being repaired. It is being healed. It repairs cells in our body and also heals injuries. Apart from that, it is these hormones that helps in burning fat. On the other hand, insulin. Insulin is produced by the pancreatic glands. What is the function of insulin in our body? The function of insulin in our body is to convert glucose into glycogen, which is stored in the liver. We know that normally the body uses carbohydrate food to produce energy, which the body needs. In my first video, I mentioned that this carbohydrate food, yam bread, pasta, sugar, is being broken down or converted into glucose because the body cannot use sugar on its own. Sugar, it has to be broken down. And what helps to break down into glucose is insulin. And this insulin, when there's excess glucose in the body, insulin comes in and helps also to convert the glucose into glycogen because the body cannot store excessive glucose in the body. Glucose is the energy that we need. Glucose is also referred to as energy. So insulin now converts the glucose, excess glucose, that is excess glucose in the body, into glycogen, and glycogen is then stored in the liver, waiting or pending such a time that the body needs energy. Then the brain will now signal for the insulin to be reduced, the pancreatic glands to release insulin, and insulin is now released into the bloodstream, and again converts the glycogen that was stored in the liver back into glucose, which is the energy for the body to be used. Where there is increase of glucose in the body, there's increase of insulin, and also there's increase of fat storage, that is, fat is stored. Excessive glucose in the body means excessive insulin in the body and excessive fat that will be stored, but that means the growth hormones is being reduced. It's being reduced. The growth hormones is meant to be burning fat, but the fat is being stored because we have too much insulin and glucose in our bloodstream, which is preventing the work of the growth hormones. But where fasting comes to play is that when we fast, the body makes use of the glucose it has as energy in the body. Even the stored glucose, which is the stored glucose as glycogen in the liver, is being released constantly to the extent you are not eating. And eventually, the glycogen that is stored in the liver is now used up, converted back the insulin into glucose that is being used in the period that you are fasting. So when you keep on fasting and you have used up all the glucose in your body and you no longer having carbohydrate, enough carbohydrate for more insulin to be released into the body, that means there will be great reduction of insulin in the body, and that will make the pancreatic gland to release more human growth hormones that will now mobilize the fat in the fat store and start burning the fat to be used instead of glucose. And this is why fasting is very, very important when you are in keto diet, because the fat that you are taking as your diet in keto dieting needs to be broken down by the human growth hormones to release that energy. And the only time you can have sufficient of that hormones in our body, or in our bloodstream, it is when you fast. The fasting will help to weaken the production of the human growth hormones by reducing the production of insulin. Anyway, this pattern of eating has become my lifestyle, that now I don't really feel hungry as such. Being on ketosis, I observed that I needed less food to function, and I don't get hungry as I used to. In ketosis, I have to relearn or retrain my brain to eat only when I'm hungry. And I also observed that on ketosis, you can skip food. So there are times I stay from morning till evening, I really don't feel like eating anything. I just drink water to flush out my system. And that is what to do. So I'm not compelled to eat until 12 or 1 p.m. That is when I normally have my breakfast. That is between 12 and 1 p.m. every day. Most days, if I could say that, most days. And there are times I eat by 2 o'clock. Then my last meal, I normally have my last meal between 5 and 7 p.m. in the evening, which means that my fasting hours is about 17 to 20 hours each day. And sometimes I'm overfast longer than that without feeling everything at all, or being weak, or being lazy, or being sluggish, or being tired. Nothing like that, because the energy that the fat has released in the body keeps me going on, that I don't even feel I've not eaten. Anyway, ketogenesis or keto diet, ketogenic diet or keto diet may not be every one cup of tea, but if you are deciding that it is your cup of tea and you want to embark on it, my advice to you is to research more on what keto diet is all about. Acquire more information that will help you to make up your mind to see if you dive into it or not. And especially if you are suffering from diabetic or you have other medical conditions, please consult your doctor before you dive into ketogenic diet. Thank you everyone for watching. If you like what you've heard so far, please thumbs up and cheer. Thank you and bye for now.